Welcome back to another Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Report, and today I got Aaron Skaven versus my Orcs and Goblins. And Aaron wanted to play 2,600 points so he could fit in his brand new Verminlord model that he just built up. And I was like, screw it, bring it out, let's see what we could do, let's have some fun. So basically, this is more or less my 2,400 point Blood in the Sun list, plus an additional couple items like Spear Chukkas and I forgot what else, but whatever. We're going to go over what he had really quick, and here you go. He has a whole horde of 50 clan rats right there. That's that big black block right in the front, and then behind him is another unit of I think like 30 clan rats. That block over there has a level 4 Gracier and probably an assassin with them. And then to the right of that, let's see if I have a better picture. It's slightly better. It's kind of blurry. He has in the back a Plague Furnace with a unit of Plague Monks pushing it. The big white guy in the back over there, that is the Hell Pit Abomination. And then to the next to the Hell Pit Abomination, those two gray things, those are the Warp Lightning Cannons, two of them, and to the right of that is Verminlord. In the front row, we have a unit of about 25 to 30 Storm Vermin. I don't believe they're Queek Storm Vermin, they're just Storm Vermin. And then he has a Doom Wheel. And, oh, that was a clear picture right there. I don't know why I didn't show that one earlier. But anyways, let's go over what I have really quick. This is on my right flank over here. I have a Spear Chukka inside the tower. And I just said that like somebody from Brooklyn. It's a Tawa. Anyways, I have a Manglish Quig over here, as well as a Goblin Chariot. I have a level 4. I have a level 4 Shaman on a boar. It is Wurzag's model, but it's not Wurzag. But the thing is, where he deployed. This is after deployment already. He deployed his Warp Lightning Cannons on the left flank, so I figured I'll just move my level 4 out of the way. He's all the way on the right flank alone. I also have a Goblin Shaman right there on a wolf, and then I have a Doom Diver, and then over here we have the Boar Boys. We have Grimgor Ironhide, not Grimgor, I'm sorry, Gorbad Ironclaw. He has a unit of 9 Boar Boys. They have the Flaming Banner. They have full upgrades. In front of them is the Trolls, 3 Trolls. To the right of them is a unit of 20 Night Goblins with bows. To the left of them is a unit of 30 Savages, Big'uns with the big stabba. And then over here on this side we have another Spear Chukka, another 20 Night Goblins with bows, and then we have the Arachnarok Spider. And then besides the Arachnarok we have Lord Chickenhead, and his he's becoming internet famous apparently, so he has to get his own little pictures. I have in the next video I have up, I'll have pictures of Lord Chickenhead being shown in all angles because people are curious on how he looks all around. For magic phase I got Fistagork, Footagork, Handagork, and here we go. And then for my Goblin Shaman, he has Gravecall and Abyssal Swarm, which I don't even think I had any bats ready for Abyssal Swarm. Oh, no, never mind. I won't ruin it. As for him, he has a level 2 Plague Priest, which got Vermintide and Plague, and then he has a level 4 Gracier, which got Curse of the Horned Rat, what is that? Blessed with Filth, Pestilence Breath, and he got one other spell, but I don't know which one it was. Turn 1, we're going to go ahead. I have a Vanguard. I move up my Lord Chickenhead, of course, and as you can see, he just kind of runs up the left flank, and it is Skaven's turn first. So he wins the dice roll off. He's going to go ahead and move up. There's no charges to declare, so the Hell Pit Abomination goes ahead and moves up randomly. So does the Doom Wheel. And then Verminlord, he's not the general, runs up right in the middle. And that's kind of a scary sight, you know. He doesn't care. He's just running right up the middle. As for everybody else, they're just kind of moving around. His Storm Vermin, which are all the way on the left flank, they kind of see Lord Chickenhead coming, so they're kind of like facing towards him now. Lord Chickenhead is actually going for that broken tower in the back, because that's where both of his cannons are. They're shooting through the windows. Magic phase, he gets 5 power dice, and of course he's going to go ahead and try to do. I believe he tries to do the whatchamacallit spell, the Dreaded 13th right off the bat, right onto my Savages. Can't even get a ward save on that, so I just spell scroll it. I'm not gonna waste my time on that one. You know, it's better off to use the spell scroll pretty early, because First of all, you don't know if this guy's going to live that long. Second of all, you don't know if you're always going to get a chance to use it because he might roll double sixes later on and just whatever. So it's best to get rid of it early on. Keep your guys healthy as possible in the beginning to do the most impact and damage. His Doom Wheel starts off the shooting phase, and the closest unit is his Hell Pit Abomination, and he shoots it, he zaps it, but he regens, and he's okay. His cannons decide they're going to shoot at my Ragnarok Spider, and first one misfires, and he gets a 1 and blows up. So that's 1 cannon less. Alright. Second cannon, I believe shoots at... ooh, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I don't have it marked down here. But I don't think he wounded. We'll find out later if he wounded my Ragnarok or not. Anyways, that was basically it for the end of his turn. We're going to go ahead and start Orcs and Goblins. Turn 1 right now. Savages fail Animosity, and they have to force charge. And they get a 6 too because of Gorbad. And they're going to have to force charge into the closest unit, which is Verminlord. So since they're going to go ahead and charge, I'm going to go ahead and charge with the Trolls as well. And then I'm also going to charge with the Goblin Chariot into the Doom Wheel. I'm hoping to hit him before he hits me. And then, as you can see here, the Trolls got in. The Savages failed their charge. They only needed like a 4, and they failed their charge. They got like a 3. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Whatever. As for the Goblin Chariot here, it got in, knocked into the Doom Wheel. Oh man, that's a blurry picture. Alright, we'll just skip that picture. I'll delete it before, so you won't even know what I'm talking about. But as you can see, the Mangler moves up, and then the Storm Vermin, they're gonna go ahead and I don't know why I'm pointing at oh, he has the Storm Banner, that's why. So it shuts down my shooting -2 on ballistic skills and shoots down my Doom Divers unless I roll a 4 up. So that kind of screws me up for my shooting phase. I'm gonna go ahead and move my Night Goblins up. My Night Goblins get on this one close enough to 8 inches to release the Fanatics onto the Hell Pit Abomination. I throw him up there trying to go through him. 1 goes through, and he regens all the damage done. So that kind of sucks. So then I go ahead and move up my Orc Shaman and my Goblin Shaman like this, hoping that the Goblin Chariot will hold off the Doom Wheel from blowing those guys up with Zap. And then over here you can see I move Gorbad up just in range to kind of boost up the bubble of the leadership. Magic phase, I get 5 power dice, and I throw all 5 dice right onto the foot of Gork, and he goes ahead and he dispels it with his Plague Priest that's on the Plague Furnace, so that doesn't go off. Shooting phase, my Doom Diver rolls a 3, which means it cannot shoot on this one, but my other Doom Diver rolls a 4, and I'm going to go ahead and shoot it at this unit, Storm Vermin over here. It gets a direct hit, and it only wounds 1 guy out of 2 that I rolled. So, 1 guy dead. Over here I try to take a couple shots at, I believe the Goblins to the Furnace, and it does nothing. I needed like 6s or 7s, I think, maybe even, but whatever. And then the Spear Chucker goes ahead, takes a shot at the Hell Pit Abomination, and he regens the wounds again. That thing is getting lucky regen after lucky regen. I mean, it's a 4-up, it's 50%, but still. As for the close combat, Verminlord has a weapon that allows him to do D3 wounds onto whoever he's attacking. He goes ahead and attacks the Trolls. He gets like 4 or 5 attacks, and he ends up doing 5 wounds, which is a lot. So that sucks. I go ahead and try to hit him back, and I couldn't do anything to him. So I don't even wound him. I lose combat. Even though I charged, he did 5 wounds, so that's like losing by 4 by me. But I am in Gorbad's leadership, and guess what? The Trolls stick. They rolled 3. So they're going to sit there and not even worry about it. They're going to hold him up for a turn, which is great. As for this combat over here, my Chariot's impact hit made the Doom Wheel take 2 wounds. And he's going to go ahead and he sticks. He doesn't run away from combat. He fails to wound me back. And that was it for close combat. We're going to go into Skaven turn 2 now. So first off, well, I forgot to mention this. I had Lord Chickenhead move up towards the cannons on the last turn. he just kind of squeezed through both of those units. He's contemplating charging the Ragnarok, and then he realized, you know what, it's a far charge. He's going to charge me in the next turn, and that Ragnarok is probably going to fuck up that whole unit. So he decides not to, but he does declare a charge with the Plague Monks into the Savages, and he connects, and that gets in. He's going to do impact hits. Oh, that's going to hurt. And over here, he moves up the Hell Pit right up next to the Mangler, and that he just fell slightly short of it. I kind of used the Mangler to block for the Night Goblin, or the Goblin Shaman on the Wolf. You know, and I guess he would have, but regardless, we'll find out what happens. As you can see, he did move up his units, but he moved them around the building to just try to avoid the Ragnarok, like that, which you can't avoid the Ragnarok. Nobody could avoid the Ragnarok. So anyways, 4 power dice, and he throws all his dice onto, or he throws a couple dice onto Vermintide, and he gets it off. I'm like, whatever, go ahead and do it. And he tries to do it onto this unit right here of trolls, and it does no damage. So he's just like, son of a bitch, that's a weak spell. So then the rest of his dice, he tried to do something else, and I dispelled it. His shooting face, his cannon behind this tower here, excuse me, it shoots right at Chicken Head, and it overshoots because he is probably like 8 inches away. And and it bounced 10 on the first one, which was like, son of a bitch, it shot over his head. As for the combat between, or I'm sorry, the shooting phase over here, the zaps the crap out of the fucking chariot. He blows up the Goblin chariot, and the Doomwheel is now free to go and roam around. Close combat, his Verminlord continues his rampage and kills off one more troll. He only does like 2 wounds though, which isn't much. I mean, he had really low accuracy. I believe it has an always strikes first weapon too, or something like that. I don't remember how it goes, but he basically didn't do so hot on his swings, and he only did 2 wounds. So he killed off one. There's one more wound left. I go ahead and I do nothing, but I roll again to stick, and I stick. And as you can see, those clan rats behind Verminlord they moved up, but they can't move through him because he's in the way. As for this combat over here, there's a couple things that happen. There's a couple discrepancies here. First off, he does the impact hits, kills off 1 guy. I go ahead and I start swinging. I kill off 2 guys for whatever reason that I realized it was 3 guys that should have died. Okay, so 3 guys died. Then he goes ahead and does his plague move, his furnace move, and he kills off one of his guys, I believe. And then we realize, oh shit, he's close enough to the goblins where we should have moved them up back 8 inches and let the goblins go. So you can see one of those guys on the floor right there, that's an orc, but that's just a placeholder for a goblin fanatic, because my goblin fanatic started breaking off their balls and chains. So I gotta fix them. But he would have ran into the 1 and 2 went through. So that's 46. Out of the 46, look at those numbers. 20 dice. So on 20 dice, I killed off like a good, like, I want to say like 15 to 18 of them. I don't even remember, but I killed off a good chunk of plague monks. And yeah, that's gonna basically start off Orcs and Goblins turn 2. Those goblins that just champed it up failed animosity. Of course they're gonna fail animosity, and they're gonna have to force charge into that unit of plague monks. Gorbad's gonna go ahead and charge into Verminlord, and he's gonna call out the Wog. And as you can see over here, those goblins are charging in. Like I said, my Ragnarok Spider decides he's going to go ahead and charge into the Storm Vermin, front flank and all, and he's just going to deal with them. And Lord Chickenhead is going to go ahead and charge into the cannon. And, yep, Gorbad connects, the Ragnarok connects, Chickenhead connects, and then my Mangler is going to go ahead 3d6 right through the Hell Pit Abomination. He does like 2d6 worth of strength 6 hits. He does a ton of attacks, and guess what? He regened all of them except for one wound he got out of like 2d6 strength 6 hits. That's crazy. Stupid freaking Hell Pit. Alright, so as you can see, the fanatics are kind of loose now, and they're just doing their own thing. This guy's going this way. Oh, he ran backwards and killed off 6 of my own goblins, and then the other one ran, he's running this way as well, and this one ran behind the wall, and I kept on forgetting about this guy because he's behind the wall. And then over here on this side, these 2 ran into each other and died. And then as you can see, my goblin, or my orc shaman, he ran all the way around the doom wheel. He's on top of those rocks now, and he's kind of in a range to kind of see everybody's backside to do some foots, hopefully. But now the shamans are both kind of in trouble because the hell pit and the doom wheel have free roam. The chariot was the only thing kind of protecting him, and the mangler is kind of loose now. So yeah, magic phase. I got 12 power dice. Oh, I get to play with some stuff. And first thing I do is I throw only a couple dice, just 3 dice on the Abyssal Swarm. 3 dice. And I got double 6s. Son of a bitch. So I call up however many points of war beasts, and since we're at the dojo, there's one undead army there that's kind of just hanging around, so I used all his wolves. So I got like 9 wolves, and they're just gonna kind of protect this goblin shaman. We were trying to come up with a name for him, you know, and I'm still kind of like fumbling through a couple of the names. I kind of like the Vaughn and the Count thing, you know. I was kind of thinking like I don't know, something Von Gabo. But anyways, we'll just call him Von Gabo for now. We'll give him a first name later. Oh, it's Igor Von Gabo. Since he's all undead like, and he's just pulling up undead units, bringing the dead back to life. Anyways, Igor over here, he pulls up 9 dire wolves to just kind of hold off the flank, right, or hold him off from getting attacked straight on. And yeah, he rolls an 8 on the miscast chart, which I believe is they both take a strength 1 hit, or sorry, strength 6 hit. So they both take a strength 6 hit. I lose 5 dice out of the power pool, which sucks. And yeah, so that's 8 dice. I used the rest on to the foot of Gork. And well, they both take a wound, of course. I used the rest onto the foot of Gork, and I did not get enough. He dispelled it with double 6s anyways, which sucks. And yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll a dice to remove the storm banner, and I get a 6, which means that it no longer has its effect. So the storm banner is turned off. My shooting goes back to normal, and I get no penalties left. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot 1 Doom Diver right into that Doom Wheel, and I get a direct hit, and I get a 6, which means that all I need to do is destroy it because he gets no armor saves, and I only wound once. Just 1 out of 6. What the fuck, man? Second Doom Diver flies off this way, and he just kind of gets lost in the air and does nothing. So I'm gonna go ahead and take one of the spear chuckas, shoot at the hell pit, and it misfires. It gets a slip shot, and it just not able to shoot. So now I'm gonna have the night goblins with short bows. They're gonna go ahead and shoot at the hell pit, and guess what they do? They do 2 wounds. What the hell, man? I love these goblins when they do this, but everything else with my big guns, they fail. Close combat over here. He goes ahead and puts 2 wounds onto my Arachnarok, but my Arachnarok starts his rampage. He kills off like 7 or 8 of them, including with poison attacks and everything like that, and thunder stomps. And unfortunately, he is steadfast, so he holds, and we're stuck in combat for 1 turn. Over here, his rats in the crew actually put a wound onto Chickenhead, and Chickenhead puts 1 wound onto him. Oh, I'm sorry, he puts 2 wounds onto him. So yeah, he should basically break and run away, but I don't remember. Oh, actually, I think he stuck that round, to be honest. Over here, this close combat, it just turns into a giant clusterfuck because I can't tell what's happening in these pictures because there's so much going on, so much rolling. But as you can see, the Plague Priest, he goes ahead and kills off. I think this is just the Plague Priest killed off 1 guy. The swinging ball thing kills off 1 guy. And then all of a sudden, the Plague Monks, they kill off like 3 guys on this side. And then the rest of the Plague Monks, they go ahead and attack my Savages, and they kill off 5 guys total. So they kill off 5 Savages, 4 Night Goblins, and I killed off a total of about 6 Plague Monks. He rolls on a special rule for his Plague Furnace, and it goes ahead and it does a ton of wounds more, and it ends up killing like another like 6 or 7 guys, and that just sucked. That just totally made me lose combat resolution right there. And unfortunately, well, my Savages stay, but my Night Goblins flee. So even though they're in leadership bubble of Gorbad, that just really sucks. And then we don't know if we just kind of maximize now or what, but I moved them over, and I think we moved them back after a turn because we realized we weren't supposed to maximize. He challenges Gorbad. Now I could answer with the champ and the champ dies and whatever, but I'm like, you know what? Let's see it happen. Verminlord versus Gorbad. Let's do it. He goes first, and or I'm sorry, I go first because I got always strikes first weapon, and I put on 2 wounds onto him. He puts on multiple wounds onto me because he has that D3 weapon. But since I did put on a couple wounds onto him, and I called the WOG, and when I called the WOG, I got a 3 on the D3. So that means that I got an additional 3 plus 3 on my combat resolution. I got a banner, and I had a rank, and I charged, and I did 2 wounds. He's really low on his leadership. He's not stubborn. He's not steadfast. He runs. So since he runs, the Boar Boys chase him down. The Boar Boys kill him. Unfortunately, the Boar Boys get stuck behind that building, so they couldn't overrun right into that unit of clan rats. Unfortunately, the troll isn't stuck by them, and the troll goes into the unit of clan rats by himself. Oh man. But that's gonna go ahead and start off Skaven turn 3. Skaven turn 3. Let's go over some charges. His clan rat's over here with his warlord. I'm sorry, I said it was Gracier at the beginning of the video. That is a warlord in there. That is actually his true general right there in that unit. He's gonna go ahead and charge my my dying night goblins, and they're gonna continue to flee anyway. So he just moves up, and they continue to flee. 3 of them die from running through dangerous terrain of the trees, and then they also cause a panic onto my MVP Spear Chukka, and they're gonna go ahead and cower behind that, and they're gonna run. Over here, his Doomwheel and his Hell Pit both charge into the side of my Night Goblins of Bows here. He gets 6 power dice, and then when he does the 6 power dice, he throws it onto Plague, right onto my Savages. He gets off 5 wounds on that one, and unfortunately, I don't take a Lucky Shrunken Head. I should have took it instead of the Goblin Shaman. I should have took a Savage Orc Shaman with the Lucky Shrunken Head and then thrown him with Undeath in that unit, but whatever. So I lose 5. Over here on his shooting phase, he shoots Zap, and it misfires. So he does the misfire chart, and it blows up, I believe. If it doesn't blow up, something happens. I forget what happens specifically, but apparently I don't have it showing what happens. Over here is close combat. His Storm Vermin are going to go ahead and attack my Arachnarok. He gets a 6-up armor save because they're going through their -2 on my armor, and he gets all of them that he tried to hit. So he's totally fine. He goes back and attacks back, and he kills off 6 guys, and gets 5 Thunder Stomps. So like 4 more or 5 more died right then and there. And again, they're still steadfast, and they got double 1s too, so they're not going anywhere. Over here, the Plague Monks, they're going to go ahead and, like you can see, I told you they moved it back because I don't know if we were supposed to maximize or not. I'm pretty sure we said they're supposed to stay there. So the Plague Monks are going to go ahead and attack. They kill off 3 guys. The Plague Priest kills off 1 guy, and I go ahead and I kill off 5 of them. I lose Frenzy, though, because of the other combat. So then his Furnace goes, and his Furnace kills off a huge chunk of guys, and I'm only left with 2 guys left. And unfortunately, that's just not enough. I don't have Gorbad anymore, so I have no leadership, and I'm going to run. The banner dies from running, and my champ's the only one running away with his giant axe. Looks like he's chasing down those goblins who are running as well. So my whole left side of the board, or actually my whole center of the board, is running at the moment. He goes ahead and he reforms. He doesn't even bother chasing. He reforms to face the side flank of my Boar Boys, and that's going to suck for me. As for this combat over here, he's going to go ahead and swing with all his guys onto my trolls, and he actually gets it off and kills my troll. I fail all my regen saves, and he goes ahead and I don't think he overruns. I don't know if he could overrun because he didn't charge me. I don't think he charged me. Whatever. Somehow he ended up there. Oh, I ran, and then when I ran because I lost combat resolution by static combat resolution, he overruns into my Boar Boys. That sucks. Over here, his impact hits kills off 3 guys. He didn't blow up from the zap misfire, apparently. The Doom Wheel itself, I made 2 piles. The dead pile on the left is the Doom Wheel. He killed off 5 guys. The impact hits from the Hell Pit killed off one, and then the Hell Pit goes, he gets a crazy move, and he kills off pretty much another chunk of, like, I don't know, 8 guys or so. And as you can see, the Hell Pit killed more than the Doom Wheel. I just figured I would separate it so that way everybody could kind of see what they do separately. He basically finishes combat, and he just kind of turns them this way. Wiped out my unit. As you can see in this picture here, it is my turn, turn 3. I'm looking at those dogs charging into this Hell Pit Abomination to hold him up for a turn because they're going to be unbreakable and they don't really care about his fear and all that crap, even though he could just totally wipe out the unit. And I'm going to go ahead and declare that charge just to give me some time to get away, keep my Doom Diver alive, and keep my Shamans alive. So they're going to go ahead and charge in. And over here you can see my compulsory moves. My Fanatic ran into my Mangler, and we started looking at it over, like, the rules, like, if the Fanatic runs into the Mangler, does the Mangler automatically die, or does the Fanatic automatically die? Because technically the way the Fanatic works is if the Fanatic runs into another Fanatic, they both die, and if Mangler runs into a Mangler, they both die. So I read it through, but nowhere does it say if a Fanatic runs into a Mangler, they both die. But anyways, so the Fanatic runs through, he's alive still, okay, he hits the Mangler, but the Mangler took a 1d6 and he just died. So, stupid ass Fanatic. I should have moved the Mangler first. This Fanatic over here, he just kind of went from behind the building towards the trees over here. This Fanatic over here, he decided to go towards the table edge. And then, as you can see, nobody rallied at all. And they're just kind of running towards the end of the table edge. Moved out my Shamans over this way. Again, they're behind everybody now, but at the same time, they're kind of SOL. Magic Phase gets 7 power dice. I throw 5 onto the foot, and look at those horrendous rolls. I mean, if you watched my last several videos, my Foot of Gork always does this. I get like at least 3 or 4 1s and 2s every time I roll for a Foot of Gork. You know? I throw 2 dice onto Gravecall, and I get fucking double 6s. What the hell is this shit? I was just calling up some regular skeletons too. I was like, I had 2 dice on skeletons, you know, whatever. Man, I should have thrown up Vargeist or Vargulfs or Crypt Horrors or something like that, you know. But no, I threw up freaking skeletons. I was like, yeah, I could just afford some 10 skeletons. Threw up 10 skeletons. The miscast kills my freaking wizard. And then there's the skeletons. Yeah, 12 skeletons killed my level 2 shaman. Oh well. Threw him behind the clan rats, hopefully to get some grind them down a little bit. Doom Diver shoots at the Doom Wheel here, and it doesn't. It misfires, shoots off in direction, and it shoots that guy in the back. All right, over here, this Doom Diver shoots off at the Doom Wheel again, and it just drifts off and goes this way, way too far, and couldn't even come back. And then my Ragnarok Spider finally finished off the Storm Vermin, and as you can see, he's just gonna go ahead. He killed him, overran, and basically chased him down and killed him. So now he's over here facing the wrong direction. Over here, this big combat over here, his rats go first, killed off 2 of my guys. My Boar Boys go next, and they really chump it up. They don't get any. They don't kill quite as many guys as I need. It looks like they killed about 6 guys total. And they have more ranks than me. They have more banners. I am not steadfast. And they just totally beat me by combat resolution. And I don't have a general with them anymore, so their leadership is technically kind of low. I think it's like a 7 normally, and if they lost by like 3 or 4, that's like a 3 or 4 leadership roll. Fail that, they run me down, and they run into their own unit, but they still kill my guys. Over here, the Hell Pit kills off 4 dogs right off the bat. The dogs try to attack back, did nothing on wounds, and then he ends up killing like 2 more, I think. I don't know if he could Thunderstomp Warbeast, but I think he did, and that's what happened. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure actually he could Thunderstomp Warbeast, but Skaven turn 4. He's going to go ahead and move the. He reforms the Plague Furnace, and he starts moving them towards the Ragnarok. The Ragnarok's probably the biggest threat still left on the board. As you can see, his Doom Wheel starts coming this way. He rolls 10 for his power dice on his magic phase, and I don't even think he could get it off because there's nobody in range. I don't know what happened specifically here, but he said that on his roll for his movement, I think it's because he rolled triples or something like that. I don't remember what happened because my brother never really gives me the straight rolls on this. But anyways, his doom wheel killed itself, which is basically what happened. His helpet on the close combat phase finishes off the dogs. And that's basically it, what happened on his turn. So we're going to go into Orcs and Goblins turn 4. Skeletons are going to go ahead and charge into this unit of clan rats, which are facing the right way. The Fanatic kills itself in the trees. This Fanatic kills itself on the, or moves closer to the tower. His helpet's going towards my Doom Diver, so I'm going to have to probably take some shots on that. I moved my Ragnarok all the way over here. I don't know what I was thinking. I moved it close enough where he could be charged, but at the same time I was just trying to move it towards the side flank. I don't know what I was thinking. Over here I moved Chicken Head all the way around. I mean, he killed the freaking cannon, and we lost track of him because he was hiding behind that tower. So I lost him for a turn, but then the next turn I flew him over to this side. And guess what? Guess why Chicken Head is going for the Hell Pit? He has a Ruby Ring of Ruin. He's going to burn that SOB. Magic phase, I got 3 power dice though, and that does absolutely nothing. So I'm going to go ahead. There's no way in hell I'm going to get a foot off with 3 dice. So I'm going to go ahead and do Fireball. I only need a 5+. I roll it, I get it off, and I fail to wound. I need, like, I think 4s or 5s to wound, and I roll, and I only get 2d6 or 2 dice, and I get 3s on both, so it doesn't go off, doesn't kill him. MVP Spirit Chucker Slipshods, and I believe he's okay. He rallied, but he slipshods, and it doesn't do anything. And then my Spirit Chucker over here finally gets a bolt off on somebody, hits the Hell Pit Abomination, and he regens it. Doom Diver over here aims for the Plague Furnace, and he drifts off into the Clan Rats. I think that was about it. His Clan Rats go ahead and attack first on the Skeletons, and they destroy the Skeletons. I mean, they just kill off like a good 9 of them. Skeletons attack back. They barely killed anybody. His turn. Skaven turn 5. He's going to go ahead and charge with his Clan Rats and his Plague Furnace. Plague Furnace makes it. The Clan Rats don't. They needed like a 4, and he rolled double 1s. Plague Furnace gets impact hits, though. Totally forgot about that. And his Hell Pit decided to charge into my Doom Diver over here. And his Magic Phase, he gets 9 power dice. He throws them onto Plague again. And it ends up doing 1 wound, I believe, onto my Ragnarok. Or my Ragnarok put on 1 wound on him. Not sure. Close combat, he's going to go ahead and kill off my rest of my Skeletons. And then he does with his impact hits. He did 6 wounds. 6 wounds onto my Ragnarok. Oh, that hurt so bad. Oh, man. He ends up killing off my Ragnarok with just his guys, but my Ragnarok ended up putting on 4 wounds onto his Plague Furnace. And, yeah, that's it. Poor Ragnarok. He totally got his ass kicked by an impact hit. Over here, his Hell Pit Abomination ends up finishing off the Doom Diver. And we're going to go ahead and start Orcs and Goblins turn 5. Orcs and Goblins turn 5, we have the Fanatic running into the wall. This Fanatic running into the wall. Chicken Head moving closer. He's moving in exactly like 22 inches or something like that. Range of the Hell Pit Abomination. My Orc Shaman's moving around to stay 36 inches away till he could stomp on some people. Magic Phase get 8 power dice. Okay, let's try it again. I'm going to try a couple dice onto the Ruby Ring of Ruin. Fails. Again, same thing. I got, just no wounds. Throw the rest of the dice onto the Foot of Gork. I get double 6s. Here it goes. Stomp on those Clan Rats. It moves a couple inches. Doesn't hit the Warlord. Kill off like 7 Clan Rats. Okay, let's roll 4, 5, or 6 to see if it happens again. It happens again. Kill off 6 Clan Rats. 4, 5, or 6 to happen again. It does it again. Kill off even more Clan Rats. I ended up killing up pretty much the whole freaking unit of Clan Rats over there. That's good. They passed their panic check, of course, because the Warlord's with them. Now, I'm going to keep on going. Roll the 6 again. Finish off that whole unit. Finished off that whole unit. They only have the Warlord left. He used Quake as the Warlord. Gonna keep on going. Let's stomp some more shit. Let's go stomp those Plague Monks. It drifts off. It doesn't hit anything. Roll it again, and I get a 3. Well, he did kill off 100 of the Clan Rats by himself, which is cool. I would have liked it if he killed off those Plague Monks too. So, don't know what the... Miscast, I rolled a 4. Means I could possibly get sucked into the void. I take a strength 10 hit. Sure enough, take the wound. My ward save doesn't save me. And I do not get sucked into the void. Man. Shooting phase, my Spirit Chucker is going to go ahead and try to shoot the help hit again. It shoots, it wounds, it does 3 wounds. He's at 5. He only needed 1 wound left. If that ruby ring would have hit once, just once, that help hit would have been dead. Man. Other guy, Doom Diver, is going to shoot at the Plague Furnace. It gets a direct hit. It does no wounds. Look at that. That is crap rolling. Turn 6, Skaven. He charges my building at the Spirit Chucker. He gets in. He's going to kill that thing. His his warlord decides to join this unit of clan rats and uses Verminous Valor, where he gets to sit in the back and just let the clan rats do what they're going to do. And then his plague monks just kind of turn this way towards whatever unit I have left, I guess. His hell pit over here, it's going to go ahead and destroy the Spirit Chucker. On impact hits alone, I believe it was. I don't even know why I did that. 3 power dice does nothing because he has no magic that could hurt anybody. And yeah, as you can see, I'm kind of in a shitty situation right now. Oh, actually, that was my magic phase. I'm sorry. Those 3, that 3 is from my magic phase. Orcs and Goblins turn 6. I'm going to go ahead and try to do some foots or fireballs. And I get 3 power dice, which does nothing. I try to shoot him on a fireball. And as you can see, he did no wounds. Because I was hoping if I could just at least kill 1 unit, that would be good. Nope. Spirit Chucker goes ahead and shoots at the Plague Furnace, and it kills it. Holy shit, did the Spirit Chucker kill it. Doom Diver goes for the rest of the Plague Monks. Doesn't kill enough. And, or I'm sorry, Doom Diver goes for the Hell Pit, but it gets a misfire. And that's pretty much the end of the game right there, man. As you can see on the board, he still had that big block of 50 clan rats, his warlord, some plague monks left, and the Hell Pit Abomination. I had 1 savage, which is still counting for my unit, a Spirit Chucker, Lord Chickenhead, and my level 4 shaman, and that's basically it. He totally he won. Right now, as Aaron's taking on the Skaven army, he's still undefeated because the first game he played was we drew. And the second game, he totally kicked my ass. I think I could have done a couple things differently, of course. MVP for me this game, probably... Well, I don't know. The Spirit Chucker did take out the thing by itself. And the Ragnarok did take out the Storm Vermin by itself. But the Ragnarok did get chumped by the Plague Furnace. So, and the Doom Divers didn't really... They were really great. I would have to probably... I don't know. Because the Foot of Gork still took out a unit of clan rats. I don't know who I would give the MVP to. Probably Gorbad for taking out the Verminlord, even though Gorbad died. See, they all had their pluses and they all had their minuses, which kind of sucks. I can't really name one MVP because they all did something, but at the same time, they all sucked at something else. There was no true champ here. I'm going to put it to you that way. Anyways, and then my worst unit today was probably all my Night Goblins. They all just kind of sucked. My Fanatic sucked. My Mangler sucked. They all sucked. Anyways, that's the randomness of Orcs and Goblins for you. If you guys like this video, please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and I will be putting up more videos very soon. The following weekend, which I played, which was just the last weekend, I have a game against an Ogre player. That's a new Ogre player to me. And then also, I decided to take pictures of the High Elves versus the Lizardmen, which Dan went against Todd. And that's a fun game to watch. And yeah, that's about it. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoy these videos, and I'll be putting up the new ones very soon. Take care and peace.